Beating Vegas isn't easy. The casinos are designed to take your money, and they're remarkably good at it. Yet there exists a man who managed to do the unthinkable. He beat Vegas with a craps betting strategy that many didn't think was possible. His name was Dominic the Dice Dominator Lorigio, and he has become one of the most legendary craps players in casino history. How did a software developer from New York turn into a gambling sensation capable of outsmarting the biggest casinos in Las Vegas? What unique methods did he employ to ensure his success? This is the thrilling story of how one man took on a giant industry and won, leaving both onlookers and casino bosses in awe. Let's take a short tour of Dominic's exciting but risky gamble of gambling. Dominic Lorigio didn't start playing with a lot of money in Las Vegas casinos. Dom was born and raised in New York. From a very young age, he was good with numbers and loved playing games of chance. As a kid, he would spend hours learning how to play card games and get better at thinking things through. As an adult, he pursued a job in software development and ran a small tech company based on his passion, but betting was what he really liked to do. By the late 1990s, Dominic was a master at blackjack. He knew how to count cards and take advantage of the game's mathematical flaws. However, as casinos learned about card counters, they took steps to stop them, like using more than one deck and changing the cards more often. This came as a big blow to Dominic. The game was losing its thrill, and he was losing his edge. And he had to decide, either find a new way to beat the house or stop gaming for good. It was during a visit to Las Vegas in 1997 that Dominic's life took a dramatic turn. Wandering through the bustling casino floors, he noticed a crowd gathered around a craps table. The atmosphere was electric, with a group of young women cheering their lucky rolls. Until that moment, Dominic had never been particularly interested in craps. He viewed it as a game of pure chance, devoid of the skill and strategy he valued. But as he watched, an idea began to take shape in his mind. Craps, unlike other casino games, involves a significant degree of physical interaction. The player rolls the dice, directly influencing the outcome. What if, Dominic wondered, there was a way to control the dice? Could it be possible to turn a game of chance into one of skill? His analytical mind went into overdrive, and he realized that if he could manipulate the dice's roll, he might be able to gain a substantial advantage. Determined to explore this newfound possibility, Dominic spent the following days scouring local bookstores for information on craps and dice control. He discovered that while most people believed the dice rolls were random, a small group of enthusiasts argued otherwise. Among them was Chris Pelly, who had spent years developing a technique to influence the outcome of dice rolls. Pelly's method involved controlling three crucial variables: the grip, the release, and the dice's momentum. Dominic was intrigued. If Pelly's technique worked, it could be the key to beating the casinos. He decided to take a risk and invested $595, equivalent to $1,100 today, in a 2-day training course with Pelly. The course was intense, focusing on the mechanics of dice control. Dominic learned how to grip the dice properly, how to release them with precision, and how to ensure they hit the back wall of the craps table with minimal momentum. The goal was not to predict the outcome of every roll, but to reduce randomness and increase the likelihood of favorable results. Equipped with his newfound skills, Dominic was eager to test his abilities in a real casino environment. But before he could do that, Chris Pelly invited him to join Rosebud, a small secretive team of professional craps players. This group, composed of skilled shooters, had a strict code of conduct designed to avoid drawing attention from casino staff. Dominic was excited, yet apprehensive. He knew he had the potential to be one of the best, but he also understood the importance of blending in and not arousing suspicion. The Rosebud team operated with military-like discipline. They placed modest bets, refrained from celebrating wins, and cashed out after making a few $1,000s. The team's bankroll, contributed by each member, helped smooth out the variance in their results. While Dominic appreciated the strategic approach, he couldn't help but feel constrained. his ambitions were far greater, and he wanted to bet big and win big. As Dominic's skills improved, he became the star shooter of the Rosebud team. His consistent performance and ability to avoid rolling sevens for extended periods were impressive. However, the team's conservative betting strategy began to frustrate him. Dominic wanted to maximize his winnings, but the Rosebud rules forbade high stakes and flamboyant behavior. The tension between Dominic and the team grew, culminating in a pivotal moment when Frank Skoll, an American author and casino game expert, joined one of their training sessions. Frank was amazed by Dominic's prowess and saw an opportunity. He proposed forming a new team where Dominic could play without restrictions, allowing him to bet higher and express his personality. Dominic was torn but ultimately decided to leave Rosebud and join forces with Frank. Together, they created the Golden Touch, a team dedicated to dominating the craps tables with high stakes and a bold approach. The newly formed Golden Touch team exploded onto the Vegas Strip, bringing with them a fresh and daring approach to craps that captivated onlookers and confounded casino staff. No longer shackled by the conservative strategies of Rosebud, Dominic the Dice Dominator Lorigio was finally free to unleash his full potential. The thrill of high-stakes gambling and the freedom to bet big without restrictions ignited a fire within him, propelling the team to unprecedented success. Dominic's confidence soared with each roll. His hands, steady and precise, released the dice with a skill honed by relentless practice. Onlookers watched in awe as he repeatedly hit his numbers, avoiding the dreaded 7 with uncanny consistency. Dominic's air guitar celebration after a big win became a trademark move, a display of his dominance at the table. The crowd fed off his energy, cheering him on as he defied the odds time and again. Golden Touch's strategy was bold and unapologetic. They bet high, placed substantial wagers, and made no effort to hide their success. This brazen approach attracted the attention of both players and casino staff. How could a group of gamblers consistently defy the house edge? Were they simply lucky, or was there something more at play? These questions buzzed through the minds of everyone who witnessed their astonishing run. The team's travels took them beyond Las Vegas, visiting various casinos to spread their action and avoid becoming too predictable. They strategically planned their visits, never overstaying their welcome at any one location. This mobility was crucial in maintaining their edge and staying one step ahead of the increasingly vigilant casino surveillance teams. How long could they keep up this relentless pace? The stakes were higher than ever, and despite the growing scrutiny, Dominic and the Golden Touch team continued to rack up substantial winnings. Week after week, their bankroll swelled as they exploited every opportunity to maximize their advantage. The combination of Dominic's unmatched dice control skills and Frank Skoll's strategic acumen made them an unstoppable force. Their success, however, came at a cost. The casinos, determined to protect their profits, began to intensify their efforts to identify and thwart the Golden Touch team. Pictures of Dominic and Frank circulated among casino staff, and their presence at a table was met with immediate suspicion. Despite these challenges, the team remained resilient, adapting their tactics and staying focused on their goal. Dominic's transformation from a restrained team player to a gambling legend was complete. His ability to outsmart the casinos and consistently beat the odds solidified his status as a true master of his craft. The Golden Touch team's winning streak reached its peak during a New Year's Eve trip to Las Vegas. Dominic was in top form, rolling dice for 45 minutes without hitting a 7. The crowd around the craps table cheered with every successful roll, and the casino staff watched in frustration. Dominic's skills had reached a level where he could manipulate the dice with remarkable precision, consistently achieving his desired outcomes. However, the attention they garnered became a double-edged sword. As stories of their exploits spread, more casinos became aware of their methods. Pictures of Dominic and Frank circulated among casino staff, and their presence at a table was met with immediate suspicion. Despite these challenges, the Golden Touch team continued to win, amassing hundreds of thousands of dollars. With success came increased pressure and danger. Casino staff, determined to protect their profits, resorted to aggressive tactics to disrupt Dominic's game. Stickmen would try to distract him, and pit bosses would hover menacingly. On one occasion, a stickman even jabbed Dominic with his stick before a roll, hoping to break his concentration. The tension was palpable, but Dominic remained focused. The turning point came when a pit boss issued a chilling threat. As Dominic prepared for another roll, the pit boss leaned in and said, "You're a dead man." The message was clear. The casinos were willing to go to great lengths to stop him. Despite the intimidation, Dominic's defiance only grew. In a bold move, he placed a $100 hop bet on a hard 10, a one-roll bet with a 30-to-1 payout. With the crowd holding its breath, Dominic executed a perfect roll, winning $3,000 and sending a message to the casino that he couldn't be easily intimidated. Dominic Loriggio's journey from a software developer to one of the most successful craps players in history is proof of his determination, skill, and willingness to take risks. His ability to control the dice and consistently beat the odds earned him the nickname the Dice Dominator. While many casinos have since banned him, his legacy lives on as a symbol of what is possible with dedication and the right strategy. Today, Dominic continues to play craps, although he often has to travel to lesser-known casinos where his reputation is not as widely recognized. His story has inspired countless gamblers to seek out new ways to gain an edge, and his methods have become the stuff of legend. For Dominic, gambling was never just about the money. It was about the challenge, the thrill of beating the house, and the satisfaction of mastering a skill that many believed was impossible. Dominic's dice control technique is nothing but a fascinating blend of physics, precision, and practice. You should take a closer look at the key elements that made his strategy so effective. The way Dominic gripped the dice was crucial. He held them in a specific manner that minimized their rotation and ensured a controlled release. This grip allowed him to influence the dice's trajectory and reduce the randomness of their roll. The next is the release. Dominic's release was smooth and calculated. He aimed to throw the dice at a 45-degree angle, maximizing their range with minimal force. This technique ensured that the dice would travel the maximum distance with the least amount of momentum, reducing the chances of a random outcome. One of the most critical aspects of Dominic's technique was the way the dice landed on the table. By ensuring they hit the back wall with minimal force, he could control their bounce and increase the likelihood of favorable results. The goal was to make the dice stick to the table rather than bounce unpredictably. And as the world knows that practice makes the man perfect, Dominic's success was not just a result of his technique, but also his relentless practice. He spent countless hours perfecting his grip, release, and landing, ensuring that his skills were second nature. This dedication and practice shaped him to perform under pressure and maintain his edge over the casinos. Despite his success, Dominic faced numerous challenges and criticisms. Many skeptics argued that his claims of dice control were exaggerated or impossible. They pointed out that the casino's use of random number generators and other measures made it difficult to consistently beat the odds. However, Dominic's results spoke for themselves. His ability to consistently win and his reputation among professional gamblers were a testament to his skills. While some remained doubtful, others saw him as a pioneer who had discovered a new way to gain an edge in the world of gambling. As casinos continue to evolve and implement new measures to protect their profits, the future of dice control remains uncertain. However, Dominic's legacy lives on, inspiring a new generation of gamblers to explore innovative strategies and push the boundaries of what is possible. For Dominic, the thrill of the game and the satisfaction of beating the house will always be his driving force. His journey from a software developer to a gambling legend is a story of determination, skill, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Whether he is remembered as a pioneer, a master of his craft, or simply as the Dice Dominator, Dominic Loriggio's impact on the world of gambling is undeniable. This story is one of grit, innovation, and unparalleled skill. His ability to beat Vegas casinos with a unique craps betting strategy has cemented his place in gambling history. From his early days as a card counter to his rise as a dice control expert, Dominic's journey is a perfect example to what can be achieved with dedication and a willingness to challenge the status quo. His legacy continues to inspire and captivate, proving that sometimes the house doesn't always win. So if you like the dedication of Dominic, give a thumb and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.